Okay, here's a bit of a treat for you. So this is an Anunnaki, as you know, and he's holding a lion. Now, obviously, people's going to think that's a lion cub, but let's have a look at the size of what an Anunnaki is in comparison to the humans that were there, that they had created. And there's the lion there. So you can see the lion now is actually a full-size lion from the carving, as opposed to, and that's taken, whoever's done this video graphic has taken that from one of these stone tablets that depict the actual size. Now there's loads of these stone tablets that show the Anunnaki being, way taller. So we've also know that from the original bones that we did find that Smithsonian has destroyed, and we've still got some skulls, the elongated skulls around, so we can at least say for sure that that would be the height of the Anunnaki. So as you can see, something to be revered, and you can imagine calling them a god. We know the Anunnaki needed powdered gold to sprinkle over its atmosphere, but apparently there's stories saying that the Anunnaki actually ingested gold, powdered gold. Now why would they do that? So there's been a study on what happens if we ingest gold, and apparently the enzymes, certain enzymes are lowered, which apparently is a good thing. And the story goes that the Anunnaki did that for longevity of life, but we know that they're already longevity of life if you've watched my other videos. Now, there's 118 elements that we know of so far. Gold is one of those elements. Now, did you know that actually the human body actually has gold in it? Because there's only 118 elements that we know of, we're pretty much all made up of the same sort of stuff all over the universe, which I find quite interesting. Continuing on with the gold thing from the last video, Jason, as we all know, Jason and the Argonauts from the movie, but Jason was actually a fictitious mythological character in Greece. Now, obviously, we know that sometimes mythological isn't always, it's actually more fact. So there's actually a huge backstory to Jason, son of a king, who went after the golden fleece from another king and returned it back to his king, his dad. Now, there's a huge backstory about where he went, what he did. Now, from a mythological point of view, that's a hell of a lot of detail. But anyway, the reason why I bring up golden fleece is because when you're panning for gold, at the moment people use sort of tin pans, but prior to that they actually used the fleeces of animals such as goats, etc., for the gold to be trapped into it because it was a lot heavier and the water would come out. The Anunnaki needed gold dust. You've probably heard of the word gold dust. So gold dust is this type of powdery stuff, which is what the Anunnaki needed. However, there is different types of gold, and if we have a look here, these are the definitions that we've got for different types of gold. Now, obviously, we don't know 100% which particular type of gold they wanted to sprinkle in their atmosphere. But as you see, there is different types of gold. Now, the Anunnaki did actually use gold, and I'm guessing probably the lumps of gold that you would find in rocks, to actually make jewellery, which is where the Egyptians and the other civilizations obviously copied the idea from to make gold ornaments, etc. I think people still forget that the Anunnaki, not just gods of Sumerian, they were the gods of everywhere, including Akkadians, Assyrians and Babylonians and Greece and Rome. Basically, they were everywhere, and the easiest way to sum up where they were, that for sure, was anywhere there's a pyramid, they were there. Now, that then begs the question, how many pyramids and whereabouts were they around the world? So there's a fantastic site here called mysteriousUnexplainedHistory.com. Now, they give a breakdown of the countries where pyramids are and how many's in those locations. So there's thousands around the world, absolutely thousands. So it's a really great site there. Now, that leads me on to a pyramid here that was built to symbolise Queen Victoria's love for Prince Albert. Now, there's a connection there with the royals and a pyramid. Why build the pyramid? Why not build a castle again? Someone asked me to give some information, sort of put links into the descriptions of the videos that I do, but because obviously I've only got a minute long, that's why if you ever hear me taking a deep breath, it's because I know that I've been doing this so long now that I sort of have to take that deep breath to try and get as much information out as quick as possible in that 1 minute. So I've just done a 3-minute video here for you. So someone's asked, can I put links into the video? So I can't really do that because the videos would end up being hardly any information and all links. So I thought I'd just do a quick video here. So this is zecharia sitchin. Forgive me for my deep breaths. So I've got 3 minutes, so I don't have to do it. Now, if if you're interested, so I'm just going to go through. So he's done many books, and they're mainly about the Anunnaki. 12th planet still being the Anunnaki's planet, etc. So if you're interested in the Anunnaki side of things, I would suggest his books. Now there's a guy called Michael Seller. Now he's done other types of books, so if you're interested in any of his books, these are people I recommend. There's obviously loads more, but so he's done some great books that I would recommend if you're interested. Now, of course, with all of these, you can watch their videos online if they've got any. zecharia sitchin has Salah's, I think, has got some videos, if not certainly on Coast to Coast. And then you've got Timothy Good, who's not around anymore, or certainly not publishing anymore, which seems to be a shame. Now, this book I've actually got myself. I lent it to my mum, who was totally dumbfounded by everything and probably didn't understand the first 5 pages. But if you're interested in the sort of military side of it, I would recommend this book. And now, I've mentioned this chap before. I think he's fantastic. He talks about the Absolute. Now, hopefully you've been watching my videos in order. So he'll cover that. He covers all of that in his books. David Childress, you may have seen him on Ancient Aliens. He's a great person to have a look at his books. William Byrnes, he lives in America. Now, his actual son, I believe, is the one that helps produce some of the TV shows that we see, like Secrets of Skinwalker Ranch. So he's well worth. He used to have a magazine which I knew about back in the day, but I don't think they do that anymore. UFO magazine. Linda Moulton Howe, yes, anything that she does is fantastic. She does mainly the main book that everyone knows her for is the sort of crop circle type book, and then the last one here is Black Ops, Aliens, Spirits, Bigfoots and Our Untold History, which sort of covers loads of things which I've mentioned a few times before in my videos. I hope this has helped. Thank you, guys.